Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to pre-market update. And today is Friday, and let's see how things are going. And you can see not much change on Nasdaq since I did my video last night. And you can see here we are still bouncing from the buy zone, and we're getting a buy signal on daily chart. All right. And like I suggested in my video, we are if you go to 1 hour chart, let's see. You can see RSI has divergence. You can put a line here. You can see RSI has higher momentum. On RSI, PPO still does not have that momentum. Um, well, if you do it from here, then it might be equal lows. But yeah, we really need to break out of this downtrend. And if you want to draw a trend line on 1 hour chart, you need to go above somewhere here, 25,000 to really get out of this downtrend. All right. Now on daily chart, um, 7 counts buy signal, and we have close to a lot of supply. Let's go to NDX or let's go to triple Qs. Maybe that's better because showing live market, you can see there are some gaps at the bottom. Okay, so they could bring it back down. So if I go to 1 hour chart and let's go to extend these hours, and you can see what's happening overnight. They came and they filled these gaps overnight. So this was around 5 a.m. They filled this gap and then they were going higher. But I usually wait for cash hours to fill this gap. So worst case, we could go and touch 581. That's quite possible. So from where we closed yesterday to that first gap, we are about 0.7% away. And then second gap is also nearby, which is around 1.62% away. So that's the worst case. The best case is from where we closed yesterday. This is the gap here, so we are going higher to at least 6% higher than this is second gap here, which is around 7.75%. So the good news is we are not opening on a massive gap up or massive gap down today like yesterday where we opened. You can see here, I was showing you guys yesterday video. We are here, we were opening here. And then look what happened. I said the risk is we will fill this gap, and they fill this gap and they continue going it lower. All right. Now here we have on a cash market a big divergence on triple Q. You can see here higher highs on RSI, higher highs on PPO. So price is going lower, but divergence on a momentum indicator. So the way we trade is again this. We can draw a trend line, something like this. Wait for this trend line to break. Okay, so in this case, when it breaks out, probably it's going to go fill this gap as well. So most likely, if it's going to pump, then going to come back test, and then continue higher, back test, and then continue higher. So just because it's end of November, we're going into December, Thanksgiving is coming next week. I think its seasonality is very strong, and this is quite possible. We could be at near all-time high, filling this gap maybe in a week or two. Okay, so don't rule that out, guys. I'm just overall from day perspective, like the trend perspective, we are bearish. You can see its trend is lower high, lower lows. You can see easily lower high, lower lows. But because of seasonality, I think we're gonna get a rally, rip off a rally to end the year, or at least maybe next couple of weeks. So I don't want to short there, and then the risk to reward to short is very low. You short at the top, you don't short at the bottoms here, okay? And also from day trading perspective as well, you don't short here, you short here. You can see how beautiful the short was. Whoever took this, congratulations. If you almost 5.24% on Nasdaq, that's a huge opportunity. And here also you can see I sold it here, and my subscribers know I gave them indicator that I'm selling QQQ here, and look what happened, they dumped it after. And then again they pump it, and I was telling, okay, I'm just gonna wait. Yesterday I said, and then look what happened. And I bought at the bottom, so I'm just gonna wait till it reaches here. Red lines. We're already up like 0.32%, so there is possibility we could go higher, around 2.48% to fill this gap, and I will be looking to exit there. So let's see how market goes today, but those are my targets. Um, and let's look at S&P 500. You can see here, same story here. S&P 500 is actually looks better from support and resistance perspective. You can see it's just sitting right on this nice support here. If you draw a box, huge support here on S&P 500. Very, very nicely, like bouncing multiple times. So I think it's getting ready for a rally. And also there's a gap here around 68.45. So that gap from where we close is about 4.75%. So that's quite possible, guys. And we could get a rally. Believe me or not, this looks like really bad engulfing candle. But if we start getting some momentum, start going higher, even if it is a rejection, at least I think we could get a bounce here. And yeah, just be very careful to short this thing. And then on live market, MES is here. And let's look at Bitcoin, which is kind of, crashing. Um, you can see at 2:40 a.m. Eastern, they just dumped it. Um, um, and then again recovered, then they're again dumping it, then recovery. So it's like in a nice zone. Maybe they're trying to form a bottom. I would like to say that, but again, who am I? So here it is coming back to, like, let's go to weekly perspective on Bitcoin. You can see there's some major support here, to be honest here. And I told you guys weekly candle close below this red line is going to be very bad. And you can go watch my video. I said possible downside risk of 40 to 50% is possible from there. So we could go towards around 61 to 50K. Okay. I'm not saying it's going to happen right away. We could get a bounce and then we go there. You can see here, let me delete this. You can see here, for example, we went lower. So how much percentage lower? We went from 50 SMA, we went lower 32%, then we got a bounce again to backtest this red line. So I think it's very similar right now. How much lower we went there? It's almost 22%. So we could go a little lower, but there's some support here. So if I draw a box, we can see this whole area. There's some support. If I extend this, you can see we can go a little lower if they really want to put it lower. And this is a nice area. We're touching it top. Um, but I am expecting a rally. I don't know when it's going to happen, but to backtest this red line, and then we're going to fall lower. Okay, that's what I think is going to happen eventually. So at some point, we'll start this year-end rally. You can call it Thanksgiving rally, but that's where we're gonna be. But on a daily perspective, I don't know what to tell you. It's like keep buying these dips. When it was here 100K, people wanted to buy every dip, every candle, and now it's here 88, 90K, 70K, 75, 82K. Like people are scared. Like this is the psychology. When people are scared, you gotta buy it. When people are happy, you don't want to buy it. Okay. So this is your opportunity, I think. VIX. Oh, look what happened on VIX today. 7 count sell signal. This is the last signal I wanted. That means this is it. VIX is done. We're gonna go crush down now. It looks like so. You can see S&P 500 and Nasdaq already pumping now. So good news overall. You got to be brave when people are scared. So yesterday people were scared, and I was like, no, I'm gonna buy this. Okay, so gold is 7-8 counts buy signal going higher, but the issue is it's a lower high. If it breaks below this previous low, which is around 38.85, that's not good. Now weekly perspective, I think gold is coming here around 3400 area, 3300 area. So I'm just gonna wait because you can see gold here every time it takes a couple of weeks and then eventually comes lower. And then you can see this area here, it comes to that area to find support here. So let's wait, let's wait. We are not in a rush. Let it do its thing. Crude oil also back in this nice green box. If I go to daily chart, you can see they're buying it. So nice area here, should find support here. Let's continue going. Stocks, Tesla had a nice rejection up 1.62%. So yeah, sure, it can go and fill this gap. It's still not filled fully. Yesterday, you can see came very close to filling with a massive gap up and then massive rejection. So maybe they can try and attempt again today to fill this gap at 429. If that's filled, they can go start filling some of the other gaps as well. So I honestly, I'm not gonna touch Tesla because I see downside gaps to be filled at some point, and I don't know when they're gonna fill, but I will buy when these are filled. So there's still room, but right now Tesla is sitting right on support, so I don't see how it's gonna break. I think it's nice support here. You can see here, you can adjust it slightly, right on support trend line. nvda also, I was telling everybody yesterday, is sitting right on this support. You can see this whole box, major support here, so I don't think it's going to break down. Most of the stocks are sitting right on support. Microsoft right on 200 moving average, sitting with multiple gaps to fill. Apple is also, you can see, could be coming to fill this gap, but again, this is a nice area of support. If it come low, little lower, fill this gap, it can bounce after that. Okay, so it's a nice support area here, 0.91%. This is nice area here. Google also, you can see breaking out, back testing, and now again gonna go higher. Amazon also near 200 moving average. So algos are triggered automatically whenever price is near 200 moving average to buy. Meta, you can see 7 and 8 counts. I posted to my subscribers 7 and 8 count SPY signal. If I go to weekly chart, also getting an 8 count SPY signal. So last time we got these signals on weekly perspective, Meta bounced almost 66% there. All right, here you can see unbelievable when we got this. Here also like light slight bounce. Here it was 35% this bounce. Here this bounce was like what? This bounce was like 767%, guys. So this is like a major buy here, I think. At least 30-40%. We could even come near closing this gap. Who knows? Netflix is the only one which, but still some support here. You can see if I go to weekly, near 50 moving average on Netflix, and then some support here. avgo also, if I go to daily, it's on support. You can see 50 moving average. And these are, I'm just going to ignore CrowdStrike and Service now. But yeah, so major 7, 8 stocks are near support. So you shouldn't be getting bearish there. Bond market also looking nice, coming close to 200 moving average and then bouncing. TLT also, you can see a couple of gaps down, couple of gaps up. Toronto Stock Exchange also same news here, but again, it can rally to fill some of this gap. Natural gas is here near pretty much all-time high. Just don't trade it. Wait for a pullback, big gap here. Um, Silver again, I think it's going to come to steady at level at some point. I don't know when. Copper again, just doing nothing here. Dollar came nicely near resistance and it can sell off here now. That will be good for stock market and Bitcoin and gold if this thing cannot break above this yellow line. So let's say it could reject from here. Other than that, all other stocks are bouncing. Finally, you can see AMD near previous low, so kind of a support here. So could bounce from here. Shopify also, you can see, got rejected, did not fully fill this gap, and now again, I think it's going to go try to fill that gap. All these hype stocks, you can see Palantir near nice support here. You can see, gonna bounce from here. Celestica also near support. So all these are getting ready for a bounce, I think, in my opinion. And that's about it, guys. If there's any particular stocks you want me to review, let me know. Put a comment in the description. And if you want to talk directly with me, you can join the Discord channel. I share what I buy and sell, triple Qs, what time I bought. I shared what time and what price I'm going to buy, the levels, and when I'm going to take exit. All are shared with my members. Just one trade you can pay for more than subscription fee, guys. It's very low and it's going to be very helpful for you. Okay, take care. Bye.